Hello, friends. I am your friend and host, and you are listening to RAS Podcast. A warm welcome to this special presentation by Anag Academy, where we together make the journey of RAS exam preparation easier. Friends, today we will delve deep into a topic that is not only a shield for the safety of our society but also an important milestone in your journey to becoming an efficient administrator. Today, we will talk about disaster management. We will understand India's preparedness and especially learn about the strategies of our very own Rajasthan. So, are you ready for an enlightening journey? A journey that will not only prove you to be a cut above in the exam but will also make you a responsible and aware citizen. And yes, if you want to become our permanent companion on this journey, then do subscribe to Anag Academy's YouTube channel and make RAS podcast a part of your playlist because the flow of knowledge here is constant. So, first, let's understand this word disaster itself. What is it after all? In simple terms, a disaster is any terrible event, whether a gift of nature or a human error, that wreaks havoc on our lives, our property, and our environment. So much so that it becomes difficult to the affected community to recover on its own. It could be the devastation of a flood, the silent strike of a drought, the cataclysmic jolt of an earthquake, or even poison leaking from an industrial plant. Earlier our focus was more on providing relief after a disaster struck. But time changed, thinking changed. Now we adopt a holistic approach. This means trying to prevent a disaster from happening. It means prevention. If it does occur, taking measures to reduce its impact, being prepared beforehand, swiftly delivering aid during the disaster, and then helping the affected people get back on their feet. This is a complete cycle, the disaster management cycle. And as a future administrator, understanding this cycle is extremely important for you. Now the question arises, what is the constitutional and legal basis for this important subject in our country? Look, the term disaster management is not directly mentioned in any list of our constitution. However, there are many subjects in the 7th schedule like public order, public health, relief to the disabled and unemployable in the state list, which are deeply connected to disaster management. The central government can also take significant steps at the national level by using its residuary power under Article 248 and by coordinating various subjects. And the biggest step in this direction was the enactment of the Disaster Management Act 2005. This law brought a revolution in the field of disaster management. It established a systematic framework for disaster management across the country, defining responsibilities from center to the district level. The cornerstone of this act are some special features, such as the National Disaster Management Authority, that is NDMA, which is chaired by the Honorable Prime Minister. The State Disaster Management Authority, which is SDMA in states, chaired by the Honorable Chief Minister, and at the district level, the District Disaster Management Authority led by the District Collector. Not only this, the provision for creating detailed disaster management plans at the national, state and district levels is also in this law. And when disaster strikes, the deployment of the National Disaster Response Force and State Disaster Response Force in states for immediate help is also a contribution of this act. Disaster Response Fund at the national and state levels have also been created for financial assistance under this act. So you can understand how comprehensive and far-sighted this act is. It views disaster management not just an immediate response but as an important part of the development process. Now, Let's further explore the layers of this institutional mechanism in India to make the picture clearer. At the apex is the NDMA. This is the think tank that formulates national policies, plans, and guidelines for disaster management. Then comes the National Executive Committee. This committee, chaired by the Union Home Secretary, this committee helps in implementing NDMA's decisions on the ground. The National Institute for Disaster Management, that is NIDM, is the Center for Knowledge and Skills. Important work of training, research, and capacity building happens here. And at the forefront in the field is the NDRF. These are our brave hearts who arrive like angels in any disaster. Guiding and coordinating all of them is our Ministry of Home Affairs, which is the nodal ministry for disaster management. And walking step by step with all these is the National Disaster Management Plan, which is formulated in 2016 and revised in 2019. This plan, aligning with the goals of the Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction, gives us a clear roadmap to fight disasters. After understanding this comprehensive picture of India, let's now turn our attention to our very own colorful Rajasthan. This discussion is going to be particularly important for RAS candidates, so stay focused. Rajasthan, as we know, has its unique geographical identity. The vast Thar Desert, the Aravalli Ranges, this diversity itself makes it vulnerable to various types of disasters, such as drought seems to be linked to Rajasthan's destiny, causing a severe crisis for agriculture, livestock, and drinking water. Sometimes the scourge of famine also has to be faced. In some areas, especially during the monsoon, flash floods also pose a challenge. Severe heat and heat waves and sometimes frost also affect crops and life. Dust storms are also common here, and in industrial area like Kota, Bhiwadi, there is also the risk of chemical accidents. Moreover, being a border state, we also face some specific security challenges. But Rajasthan is not one to bow down to these challenges. We too have a strong three-tier disaster management framework. At the top level, we have Rajasthan State Disaster Management Authority, that is RSDMA. Led by Honorable Chief Minister, this authority formulates state policies and plans. Then, State Executive Committee, chaired by the Chief Secretary. This committee implements RSDMA's decisions. Then, Department of Disaster Management, Relief and Civil Defense. This department commands disaster management activities in the state. Then State Disaster Response Force, that is SDRF. Rajasthan's own SDRF also worked diligently in every disaster just like the NDRF. And in every district, the District Disaster Management Authority is active under the leadership of the District Collector. In addition to these institutions, Rajasthan also has its own State Disaster Management Policy and Disaster Management Rules 2009. Special attention is given to drought management, and the Rajasthan Relief Fund works to provide solace to people during disasters. Over time, latest developments and schemes are continuously being added to disaster management methods. Let's take a look at some major changes. Look at the national level. Technology is being used excellently. Our early warning systems equipped with accurate weather forecast, satellite imagery, GIS mapping and remote sensing are constantly improving. Climate change is a reality today and its impacts are being seriously incorporated into our disaster management plans. For example, conserving mangrove forest in the Namami Gange project, which protects against coastal disasters. Making cities safer is also a priority. Under the Smart City mission, emphasis is being laid on building disaster resilient cities. The power of the community has been recognized. Community based disaster management is being promoted because during a disaster, help first comes from the neighborhood. NDMA has also issued useful guidelines from time to time for protection against earthquakes. And there is a breeze of innovation in our Rajasthan too. The state government is providing training and artisans, especially masons, on disaster resistant building construction. Apada Mitras, that is, disaster friends or volunteers, are being prepared in villages who can play the role of first responders in any emergency. A very recent example, just recently in early May 2025, when tensions rose on the Indo-Pak border, some precautionary emergency measures were implemented in the border districts of Rajasthan like Barmer, Jaisalmer, Bikaner, Sriganganagar. These include enforcing blackouts at night and deploying SDRF teams. This shows how alert and multidimensional our disaster management system is. Such current examples make your answer weighty in RAS interview. For drought management and water conservation, Rajasthan has always presented a wonderful blend of new technologies and traditional knowledge. Despite so many efforts and so much vigilance, there is no dearth of challenges in the path of disaster management. Understanding these obstacles is just as important as knowing the achievements. The biggest challenge is the lack of funds. Mobilizing adequate financial resources for every stage of disaster management is not easy. Sometimes a lack of coordination is also felt. Better coordination between various government departments and agencies can make relief efforts more effective. The level of awareness and preparedness among the general public is still not satisfactory. We often remember a disaster only when it has already knocked on our door. The lack of disaster resilient infrastructure is also a major problem. If roads, bridges, hospitals collapse during a disaster, the situation worsens. A shortage of trained personnel and modern equipment also hinders capacity building. Unbridled urbanization and unplanned development are turning cities into disaster hotspots. And climate change is like adding fuel to the fire, increasing both the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Rajasthan also has some of its own specific challenges. The vast desert terrain and difficult geographical conditions complicate rescue and relief operations. Water scarcity exacerbates the problem of drought. Border areas have their own specific security and management requirements. Managing densely populated urban areas and important historical sites during a disaster is also a major responsibility. If there are challenges, there will be solutions. A positive and solution oriented approach is the hallmark of an administrator. So, now let's consider some suggestions that can further strengthen disaster management. First one is our early warning system need to be made even more foolproof and accessible to the public. The goal should be that correct information reaches every person on time. Next one is investment in disaster resilient infrastructure must be prioritized. It may seem expensive, but it is an investment in future safety. Next one is local bodies, panchayats and communities need to be further empowered. The scope of schemes like Apada Mitras needs to be expanded because local people are the real first responders. Then technology must be used extensively. Drones, artificial intelligence, big data analysis can revolutionize disaster management. Disaster risk reduction must be made an integral part of every development plan. Any new road, any new school, any new factory that is built must adhere to disaster safety standards. Disaster management plans should not be limited to paper only. Regular practice like mock drills must be conducted. Next, we can public awareness campaigns need to be made engaging and effective, including disaster management in school and college curricula can be a good start. And the last one is coordination between various governmental and non-governmental organizations need to be further strengthened. Now, some specific suggestions for Rajasthan. Drought proofing and water conservation techniques must be adopted on a war footing. Traditional water sources like ponds, step wells, that is known as bawdis and nadis, must be revived. Special schemes must be formulated for livestock protection. Special disaster management plans and resources must be ensured for border areas. These are some ideas, and I am sure that enlightened listeners like you can think of even better suggestions. Friends, now let's come to the question that many of you RAS candidates might have. Why is this whole topic so important for the RAS interview? Look, as an administrator, one of your biggest responsibilities is to ensure the safety of the citizens in your area. During a disaster, you are the pivot around which the entire relief and rescue machinery revolves. The interview panel would want to know, do you have a deep understanding of the Disaster Management Act, NDMA, Rajasthan's SDMA structure and their functioning? Are you aware of Rajasthan's geographical and disaster related vulnerabilities? Do you know what preparations are in place at the state and district levels to deal with disasters? Do you just mention the existing challenges, or can you also suggest practical solutions? And most importantly, can you see disaster management in the broader perspective of good governance and sustainable development? Your words should reflect sensitivity, leadership ability, and quick decision making skills. Therefore, keep your grip strong on this subject. It will not only fetch you marks but also help you become a better officer. So friends, this was our detailed discussion on disaster management today. We tried to touch upon every important aspect concerning India and Rajasthan, from constitutional provisions to institutional frameworks, from latest developments to challenges and solutions. Always remember one thing: disasters don't knock before they arrive. But our preparedness, our awareness, and our collective effort can certainly reduce their impact and save countless lives. We hope this episode of RS Podcast has been helpful in enhancing your knowledge. If you have any question, suggestion, please let us know in the comment box. We will eagerly await your feedback. And yes, if you want to give a new direction to your RS exam preparation and understand such important topics in more depth, then don't forget to subscribe to Anag Academy's YouTube channel and make our RS podcast a part of your daily routine, because the flow of knowledge here is continuous. Your success is our fulfillment. We will meet again in the next episode with a new equally important topic. Until then, keep reading, keep moving forward, and take care of yourself. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.